This conference will now be recorded.
Hello guys, welcome back. So now here in this session, we'll perform the testing, withholding tax testing. The configuration part is already done. We have done with the configurations. The next one is testing. So after creation of tax type and tax code, what we have done guys, we have assigned this tax type and tax code to the vendor master. In that instance, there is a logic. So now here, okay. So here, let's suppose I told you like different tax type and tax code will be there, right? So here TT and T1 and TT and T2. Now there is one more thing. There might be questions that can be assigned two different, tax type and tax code to the vendor master. In the sense, two different in the sense, I'll tell you now. So like we are having this combinations, tax type TT and then and TT and again T2. So this is for like, let's suppose we have created for a rent. Okay, there might be a chances that one vendor will provide you two services, giving you two different kind of services, and both services are falling under different sections, different category. In that case, what is happening guys? Two different tax code is going to be two different tax codes. So two different combinations are going to be assigned, right? In vendor master, what I'm saying here, I think it is okay. Now it is. So now here in vendor master, so the thing is like this is for rent TT and T1 and TT and T2 I have created for rent. Okay. Now for professional services, again, for professional services, we are going to set up a different tax type. Let's suppose TP and tax code also TP itself, and this is let's suppose 7% or whatever it is. So now in that case, so here either, so of course we can assign two different tax type and tax code to the vendor master, but the combination is like, see, the same tax type cannot be possible. In the sense, in vendor master, either you can assign this and this combination. Okay, it means what I mean to say, either we can assign this combinations plus this combinations, or else this combinations and this combination. These two is possible, right? This is possible. It means these two is possible. This is possible and this is also possible. It means in both, what is happening, what is here guys? So tax type supposed to be different one, right? Now the question is, can we assign these? So no, this is not possible. This is not possible. System will not allow you. Why? Because see, the thing is, you think logically, like, is it possible? How come it possible that a vendor is going to be individual also and organization also, right? A vendor can be individual, it could be organizations, anyone, right? So that is why same tax type, this tax type and this tax code, and again this tax type and this tax code is not possible. If same tax type is there, system will not allow you to proceed further. Okay, anyway, in details I have explained somewhere in like withholding tax in details. There'll be a separate tutorial, right? So there I'm explaining all these things in details. Now here, now what is happening guys? Now so here it's time to perform testing. So we have created what we have created. So we have created this one, like tax type and tax code is already created. Now we'll do one thing, perform testing. So how to perform testing guys? Of course, every 60 we are going to post an invoice, and if you post an invoice, this transaction exactly I'm going to post. So there should be this accounting entry supposed to be there, right? So if it is there, then our testing is, it means our configuration is okay. Now here, so give your vendor master number and then give a date here. Any date, guys. Here, let's suppose I'm going to give this date. Amount, and then rent account I'm going to give. Press enter. So now look at here, vendor. This one is not defined in this company code. So what is our vendor, guys? Is it a different vendor? Let me check it. So this is the vendor, right? So this vendor, press enter. Okay. So vendor is subject to withholding tax. If you simulate, press enter. This is just a notifications. Now look at here, the accounting entry is correct. Still, if you save it, you're going to get some error. Control S. PAN not available. So you have to specify the PAN number. Where you are going to specify the PAN number, guys? So you have to specify in vendor master, right? So if you have to specify, you just do one thing here. Now go to XK02 and in vendor master, give your vendor master number here, and then click on address field itself. Now where to assign the PAN number? So here we are having a field is going to appear. This is a country related field, guys, right? This is a country specific setting, you can say, that is particularly for India itself, right? The field name will be CIN, country India version. Okay, so I did told you this is the country specific settings. So if you're creating your company code against India, then this field supposed to appear here, right? But it will not appear. We have to do some additional settings. What setting, guys? So now you have to do. So there are multiple users from India. So for you people, this error is going to appear. And what you have to do? You have to do one thing. Go to transaction code OMT3E. Use transaction code OMT3E, and then click on. Then here, double click on user screen reference. Click on your entry and give your user ID here, and just save it. So now here we have. It means that field is going to appear. That what field I'm talking about? I'm talking about CIN, country India version. This field is going to appear, but for your user ID, that authorization was not there. The authorization was not there. So what happened just now? I have given the authorizations. So generally, it's my user ID itself. I have given myself. In that way, even you guys also do the same thing. Generally, once your user ID is going to be set up, let's suppose in real time, who is going to provide, guys? So basis consultant, most likely, once the user ID is going to be set up. So at that point of time itself, all the authorizations will be given by those people. Now here, so again, you need to come back because just now we have done the configurations, right? So you need to come back and press enter. Look at here, scene details, now it is appearing. Click here and click on withholding tax tab, and here you can give a PAN number. Okay, and then press enter. So you click on back button and save it. So now what is happening, guys? The first issue, that is PAN not available, got resolved. Now press enter, and once again try to save it. That accounting entry we have already seen. Accounting entry we have already seen here, and it's fine. So you just save it. Now once you save it, you are going to get the next error that could not determine the year for TDS certificates. So this is not from FI side actually, guys. From finance side, this error is not coming, and in real time this error will not appear. Why? Because simultaneously the settings will be coming from, like, all the module consultants are going to perform configurations and all. So generally this error will not appear in real time, but since here, like, you are alone, in the sense you alone is doing the configurations, and also of course, like, you have to do. So this is coming from different module. Just go to SPRO. I'm using path reference IMG, and look at here, this is our module, right? You need to come here somewhere, logistic general here, and Here in logistic general, you just do one thing, come on, okay, logistic general, then expand this logistic general and then come down here, and you need to go to where, tax on goods movement here, and expand this one, go to India, and here basic setting, and then maintain company code setting. Okay, so you click here, and then you need to click on new entry. So here you need to give your company code and select the first one, that's it. Okay, this is coming from a different module, guys, so here I'm not going to explain this logic and all. Anyway, as I told you, this error will not take place in real time, because anyway the setting is going to be done by somebody. Now, so here, done with this one also. Now you just come back here and press enter. So this time second error is also solved. Now save it, Control S, and press enter. So now look at here, the transaction got posted. If you click on display, so now, so your vendor is getting credited with 900, rent account is going to be debited with 1000, and your TDS, in the sense withholding tax account, is going to be credited with 100. So now what is happening, guys? If you have a look, the vendor open item, if you are going now, how system has triggered this withholding tax GL account, guys? So I'll tell you. Now when we have posted, see, when we have posted the transaction, whenever you are going to post a transaction, system is going to trigger what? System is, so your withholding tax type and tax code is going to be determined by system from vendor master. See, I'll tell you, go to FB60. So from FB60, if you give a vendor number, a date, right, and just press enter, nothing else. So now what is happening, from vendor master, system is going to determine, click on withholding tax. Okay, we have not given any amount, so that is why just give an amount here, press enter. Now click on withholding tax. So look at here the tax type. So this is going to be determined by system. This is going to be determined by system from where? From master data. From where? From vendor master data. Right here we have given the vendor master. The system is going to bring this withholding tax details from vendor master. Right? And now what is happening, when you simulate here, then automatically system is going to determine the tax GL also, withholding tax GL. How system is going to determine the tax GL? So if you are able to remember the configurations, in configurations what we have done, guys, the GL account is created, and that GL account we have assigned against the combination of tax type and tax code. So system is able to identify the tax type and tax code from vendor master, right? And against that tax type and tax code, whichever GL account we have linked, that is going to be determined by system, and the amount is going to be posted here. This is what the logic, right? And your vendor is going to be, look at here, vendor open item. So vendor open item means there will be, if you go to FBL1N, so here let's have a look. So your vendor open item, right? So which one? This one, this amount. Before that, like whatever these other amounts are there, that is posted earlier, right? So now here we are having open item of 900 only. So how much we are liable to pay to vendor? Only 900 we are going to pay, and remaining 100 we have deducted in the form of TDS, that is going to be deposited to the tax department. And once it is going to be deposited, a normal JV is going to be posted, and this is how it's going to be done. So now here, this is all about the TDS, guys, like in the sense withholding tax. Look at here, now the TDS calculation, in the sense withholding tax calculation, is happening perfectly, and system is able to calculate the tax as per the percentage which we have specified over there. Further, if you want to make more experiment, you can define multiple tax type and tax code, guys. Okay, let's suppose, as I told you, like you just do one thing. I'll give an assignment here to all of you. Now the configuration will be same, right? Now here what you have to do, this is how you guys are going to improve. So I'll just give a very simple assignment to you, okay, to all of you. Now the simple assignment means, as I told you, like we have created already a tax type and tax code for rent, right? Now it could be audit fee, it could be legal services, whatever it is. So for professional services, you define one more tax type and tax code, right? And then you have to do some basic settings. Of course, basic setting means not only like you have to define a tax type, then you have to define a tax code, you have to assign this tax type to the company code, right? Rest you have to decide. Rest you have to decide based on the previous configurations which I have done. Now you just have a look and apply your mind and think like what is the minimum configuration is required if you are going to create a new tax type and tax code. Okay, assign both, like this is the tax type and tax code which we have created for rent, right? Let's suppose this is I have created for rent and this one I have created for professional services. Now what will happen, guys, if you're going to assign both tax type and tax code in the vendor master? Then how the transaction is going to be posted? Make some experiment, guys. This is how you're, if you're able to like if you test these things and all, then I think it's going to be quite interesting. You guys can make some experiments also and you'll come to know. So this is a kind of assignment. You define one more tax type and tax code and see what is the minimum configuration is required and whether it is going to be calculated or not. Okay, so this is an assignment. So that's all in this session, guys. That's all in this what is this session.